to show up in a way different from the last few road games, Kansas City, Minnesota, where we didn't feel like we had control or bring our good stuff on the night. So, and I think we got that for 91 minutes, right? And then when you think about that and how it played out, it's difficult. You know, like in this sport, you can't always control a result, but you can control the effort, the way they show up, the way they commit to a plan, and that's what hurts the group. It's what hurts us all, is that it might have been, you know, a much different message, you know, you're afterward, like a mature road performance, playoff type feel in the crowd. So that was much of the message after the game to a group that showed up on the night. So we didn't reward ourselves. We'll take many things from it heading to the playoffs, but there's good things in there. You know, Adam Beaudry getting the youngest goalkeeper to get a game, a start, you know, is amazing. You know, we got Kevin Cabral back out there who looks himself. You know, we'll look at Georgi Mihalovic, who just, you know, collided with the ball with another player, so it's a little bit of an ankle, but we'll have to take that one day to day.
We'll go to Matt Muller.
Chris, thanks for the time. Do you have an update on Georgie? The MLS season pass broadcast described it as an ankle sprain.
That's what we think it is right now. You know, Georgie even thought after the game it wasn't as bad as he initially thought, so just that we'll get some imaging tomorrow. We'll know in the next day or so.
Back to Matt.
Chris, your thoughts on Adam's performance? You know, he comes in, 8 minutes in? You know, he has to face the penalty, made the big save on Diego in the second half. Your thoughts on his composure and this maybe being a building block and a learning experience?
Yeah, it certainly will. Games only can do that for players, for young players. You know, he faces a penalty tonight, a couple of crosses. You know, ends up being some ones we could help him better. The goals conceded, can we help him a little more in those moments? But there was, you know, not a ton of crosses on the night in action. I think 4 or 5 shots on goal, but he showed up. He had good, you know, his distribution was good. His decision making was good. Made a big save, as you said, Matt. So wish it would have been a different result for his first one, but yeah, look, he's a big time player, and the best is yet to come for him. But it'll serve big value for him, and yeah, I was proud of him on the night.
We'll go to Cindy Cohen. Rapids.
Coach, you alluded to things to take away from this game moving forward into the playoffs. Can you expound on some of those points a little bit from what you saw tonight?
Well, first, the way we start the game. You know, there's good energy. There's a real focus and intensity to what we're trying to do. There was a night overall that when you know Austin, how they can, you know, spread the field and open you up, and that I think in many ways we took away the strength. You know, there was lots of diagonals they were trying to hit on the night, but overall against the ball we had, I think, discipline and control, which you can see in certain games recently, even Seattle and the Galaxy, that we were vulnerable in transition moments, and we avoided that on the night for the most part. So in areas where we wanted to get better and see improvement, we did. So yeah, you know, when you talk about the playoffs, yeah, there'll be these back and forth moments, but to go down and to stick with it, to go into stoppage time up 2-1, this is a very positive thing. That again, we'll take some things from it, Sydney, to work on for sure. That when the margins are so thin in the playoffs, there's room to improve. So again, some talk about the soccer gods. Yeah, they're sitting in the room. You know, that's all the guys, all of us. We're the ones that can sway it, and we're excited for the playoffs. We're excited to be back in the playoffs in so many ways. We're proud of the year we've had, and now it's the next season starts, the postseason.
Back to Matt.
Chris, walk me through a couple substitutions I want to get your thinking on. Firstly,
Well, yeah, I think that's it. You know, we see how the game plays out, Matt, and we make adjustments and substitutions is one of them that we think suits the needs of the game. So you mentioned the Lawless one. If he gets a yellow card, he misses the playoff game. So that's the first one. And on a night going into halftime, there was a bunch of yellow cards in the first half. So they're probably all worthy, but the referee wasn't afraid to give the yellows, and we were just thinking proactively how to secure things for the playoffs. Listen, the wingers on our team, oftentimes they have the biggest output in terms of sprint distance, high intensity running, and that was the case. And Calvin gave a big effort on the night, like Johnny did. So again, we look for freshness at the end of the game. We're hoping to get Kevin on, which we did. Johnny pushes a little longer. We made moves in the wide areas, and Yappy. We have energy guys on the bench. We certainly don't just go and bunker in home or away. So again, 6 or 7 minutes away from sealing that. And I'm not sure. I don't think it was anything to do with the guys that came in. It's just we got to put out a few fires. That's all.
We'll go last one, Matt.
Chris, I don't know if you had a chance to look at all the other chaos from today, but you will be playing Galaxy in the first round, the best of 3. What are your initial thoughts now that you know that that's your opponent? Thank you.
We're excited for the playoffs. We're excited. We don't care who we play. There's no easy matchup. So there's a trophy out there, and there's only one way. There's only one path, and it's going to be through good teams, and the LA teams probably you got to meet them somewhere along the way. So we're excited for the matchup, big test, but I think our guys will have confidence going into it, knowing that twice, home and away, we were in good games with them, and as they've shown they're beatable. So we'll regroup, we'll get ready, and I like our chances.